All right, so let's do some hip circles. Everything we do, we're gonna do 10 of. So I like to switch directions in the middle, get everything kind of warmed up. Make sure your weight is on your heels. Wake up your body, get it going. You may feel a little tension on that glute, the side. So I like to go to your knee so you can actually get that IT band and bring it back. Big circles here. And get your ankles in there too. There's your chance. I'll have you be on your ankles, but I'll have you do like the leg hugs and other things, switch directions to open up that joint so that your balance is better. And it gets better, right? Go. Good. So ankles, foot, toe on this one down, and then you're doing those circles. And make sure you're hitting every crevice of that ankle. You'll feel the pop or the instability. But wake that up at every edge of that, and then switch directions. Sometimes just a little pressure helps. And then switch. I'm going to do side 2. And then switch directions and feel like the popping, the adjusting, getting back into your body, feeling more mobile. And man, you showed up. That's a big deal. Just showing up, waking up, that's a big deal. So pat yourself on the back and be like, look, I'm going to do this. However it happens, let's do this. Because it's just for you. And this may be the only time you get for you. It's coming from a mom, a business owner, a trainer, a competitor, forward, a friend. Oh, those big circles, forward. Wake up that shoulder joint. Good. And then go front to back. So open up the chest. See if you can touch your pinkies with that extension all the way back there. But feel your weight also on your heels. Get grounded. Here, catch your elbow on the next one. Bring it in towards your chest or bicep towards the neck. Just draw the shoulder down. Move your hips, slide them. Wake them up, back and forth, side to side. As you're doing this stretch, it just kind of helps get different angles of your body and your torso, which kind of sit dormant if you're in front of your computer. Then switch. Do your other side. Shoulder stays down, bicep next to the neck. Keep going back and forth. Feel the weight from your toes back into your heels. There you go. And then bring that right arm back. Catch it. Straighten up that arm. Shoulder goes back, almost away from the ear. So you can kind of wake that up here. And then just make sure you engage your core so you're not arching your back. Still using it. You're trying to ground those muscles in there. They may not be used to working. And then switch. Grab your left arm, wrist, straighten out that whole arm, bring the shoulder back. Look behind you. Or drop your right ear to your right shoulder. I'll have you get more into your neck on your next one, but just kind of wake it up. Keep going. Here. Back. Good. And then bring those arms up and back. Right behind. Catch the elbow on your next one. Right behind you. Bring that far back, but don't arch your back to kind of get that shoulder back. If that's all, if this is as far forward as you can, that's enough. But bring it back. Bend your elbow. Stretch out your lat, your tricep, even like your kind of upper traps, which is your bottom of the neck. That carries a lot of stress there. And then switch, do your other one. Bring it up, bring it back. Engage your core. You'll notice what right side, left side, one side might be tighter, be looser. So give it what you need. If you have to repeat. As long as you open that up. Good. All right, and then we're going to open up our legs, nice and big. Drive your hips back behind you. And move into your hips, glutes, hamstrings and quad. Don't let your knee cave in. Keep it in line with your toes as you go forward. Don't let it go out to the side. You want to stay safe with that knee so you don't have any problems later on. Or maybe you do have problems, but we'll work it out. Arms go forward, slide the hips back. I do that so you feel a little bit more balance. You don't feel like you're toppling behind you. Okay, nice. Good. Next one, we're going to do shoulder circles. So arms going to go out, left foot, left shoulder, big nice circles. Lengthen the arm as far forward as you can past that left arm. Go up towards the ceiling. Thumb up, open up that palm, go as far as you can behind you, opposite directions. Think of lengthening, creating stability in your core, waking up your shoulder joint. Nice, big circles, as big as you can do it. I don't really go forward on these because I don't want you to round your shoulder. I'd rather have you open up that shoulder. And open up the hips. Close them, open them up. You'll feel that rotation in the ankle behind you as well. Switch directions. Right arm goes out. Big circle out. Close the hip. Open it up. You know my popping too. Helps. 6, just kind of adjust. Your body's just trying to adjust itself with all that popping. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Go. Nice. There you go. Ground your feet. Hip circles, or actually just hip swing. So balance on that left. Swing on this side. Back and forth. You'll notice my arms are having to go one direction. Opposite direction of the leg. Together, away. Together, away. So I'm engaging my core, working on my balance, swinging those legs up. Just to open the hips, I'll have you open the hamstrings in a little bit. 10, switch. All right, now we're gonna do hamstring stretch and hip flexor work. So it's just grounding that left foot, bringing that right leg behind you, and then bringing it up to your toe. Just don't arch your back. The rest, use your core. We're just gonna do 10. Feel that hamstring. Open up, bring that foot towards your hand. Wake it up. I don't care if you have to if it's low or if it's super high. Some people are really flexible, so they need to work on the stability. You know who you are. You know who you are. There. Okay, switch legs. Feel that hamstring open up, really engaging your core so you're not arching your back. And 10. And stretch out your lower back. So hips are going to go behind you and you're just going to drop. And just relax. Let it hang. You can let your torso glide from side to side. Remember, your balance here is on your heels. I'm still practicing your balance as I'm opening up your back. Last week, we did more of flow. So that was really making sure your torso was straight here and opening up your hamstrings and working on your breathing. So remember, anytime you contract, your air goes out. Anytime you expand, your air goes in. So work on that as you're doing this. All I'm going to have you do is walk over to your right side, shift your weight to your right heel, but keep your hip back behind you so you're square to the camera. Open up that adductor on the right side. And let your body fold over your right leg as much as you can. You may not be able to do that when we do the seated ones. So take advantage of having gravity pull your torso down. Yeah. Keeping both legs straight and both toes pointed towards the screen. And walk over to your left side, same idea, torso towards your left, but your hip stays put. So it's just this idea of just letting your body drop over that left leg now, opening up that calf, the hamstring, your left lower back. And practicing the shifting of your weight to your heels away from your toes. We're so conditioned to grip with our toes that we don't use our weight, our skeletal system. So I'm trying to get you to do that as you shift your weight up. So, but notice how far away my butt is from my midline. And when I stand up, it's right on top. So make sure your butt is behind you. Put your fingertips on the base of your neck. Lengthen your torso. So none of this. It's going to be the lengthening of your torso. Hips are going to go forward as you straighten up your torso all the way, but your spine stays neutral. We'll just do 10 of these. Engage the glute. Stretch the hamstrings out. Back. 3, open up the elbows, stretch up the chest too, and engage your glutes. It's balance again, but it's working on the balance to your heels. And you don't have to strain as much sometimes. And this is how your deadlifts, your toe touches should feel like, except one leg. It's just turning on the butt. Remember, 80% of my people, 8 out of 10, usually have the lazy butt syndrome. Doesn't know how to turn on or wake up. All right, so then we're going to go this side. Once we're up, we're going to rotate to that right side. Chest is nice and big. We're still interlacing our fingertips, opening up the elbows, stretching out the chest, and look forward, side, right back up. We're going to stay on this side. Hips are going away from the midline to the left now, instead of behind you, right? Because we're trying to think of lengthening the muscles around your bones. Start peeling shoulders open. Engaging both glutes as you come forward, in. It's kind of hard to right here. You'll learn to. But I think most importantly is just engaging them as you come up so you support your torso with your weight. And then rotate over to the other side. It's okay if your toe slightly goes out on left, but the same idea. Torso straight. Hips to the right now. Hips go to the right, torso goes to the left. Neutral with your gaze too, maybe about as over the horizon when you're up, and then down about 6 inches from your foot here. Open up that torso. Good balance on the heels, shifting the glutes away from you. And work a lot of the muscles around your core too. Anytime you work your core to zip it up, lengthen your spine, you're working on your stabilizers. They're super important. Good, when you come up, put your feet semi-close together and twist open. Hips go down. So think of those hips just being over the ball of your foot or your heels. So you have to work your core to be stable, or else you're going to feel like on your toes again. Nice and big. Open those arms up too. Let them go. Okay. We're gonna do a cat and cow. Make sure everything's woken up there. Maybe open up your knees, hip width apart, and your hands right underneath your shoulders. And do little circles with your shoulders and hips going forward, like a clockwise position over to 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Back with those hips. You can make it really big or small. But just engage your core, stretch out your lower back, torso is nice and neutral. Switch directions. Back it over. And one. All right, here we are.